everyone, and welcome to day 2 of our Lake District stay. Today is Wednesday and this morning is a rainy morning here in Ullswater, which we knew was gonna be the case anyway, as we were like on point with checking the weather forecast. I think you have to, when you come somewhere like this, you need to be up to date with what the weather's going to be like, especially if you intend on being outdoors and climbing mountains. So we know that later on is going to be sunny towards the end of the day, so we've decided to save our mountain walk for then, and hopefully we can see the sunset, which would be lovely. So we're going to climb, I think, the CATBELLS today, which is quite a small mountain. Let's have a look. So the CATBELLS is a moderate walk here in the lakes. It's a short, steep section on ascent with some minor scrambling, and it takes around 3 hours plus stops. And then as well, it says this route, so it's like a circular route, is about 3.5 miles, so that's good. I would say that's probably easy for us. But the CATBELLS is quite distinctive. It's like really like small hills at the top, and I think it looks really beautiful. So I've seen that you can see the sunset from there. I've seen some photos online, and yeah, so I head there this evening. But today we're just gonna make some breakfast this morning. I've prepped, we're gonna have avocado, halloumi and bacon on toast. We are both so impressed with the lodge that we're staying in. The beds were very comfortable last night and we had a great sleep, and they must have the heating on like a set timer, and so it kicked in like before we woke up. About 6:30 we was up and the place was already warm, which made such a difference. So quiet as well in the night. Like it seems like there's a lot of people here, but you don't hear anybody, which is lovely, and we're just so impressed with it. The shower this morning was good as well. I used ensuite and I've got no complaints. Like, this place is super clean, super comfortable, and just lovely to be in. And we've got great views as well of the mountains from this particular lodge. So yeah, that's our intentions for today. A wrap up of how we felt last night. Make some breakfast together. You all ready for some breakfast? Finished having our lunch for this afternoon. We had the ravioli pasta, which was lovely, and bread, so it's quite carb heavy, which means we're going to have plenty of energy for this evening's walk up the CATBELLS. So the rain is starting to hold off, and I wanted to show you what I'm going to take with us for this little hike that we're about to do. So as we've just literally had lunch, we're going to be taking our water with us, and then in here is a flask of tea with a couple of sugars in for our energy, and then I thought we could take some cookies and some Percy Pigs just for a little energy boost if we need it. And then we're also taking a bowl for Walter for his water, and then both got one of these, which is a Pack-A-Mac, a really lightweight waterproof, which you can just layer over your clothes. So Kyle's got one, and then I'm just going to take my Snoodie. I've got a beanie hat with me, that one's Kyle's, and we're going to take as well, I'm going to take Walter's dog coat with us, as it's waterproof and fleece lined, but we won't put it on him to walk up. But when we're up there, if we're up for a bit of time he can wear that, and that will keep him nice and warm when we're up on the mountain. It's still saying that it's going to be sunny, and I'm really hoping that the weather report is true, because right now it's quite cloudy. The clouds are low in the sky, so you wouldn't be able to see much if he was up there right now. So fingers crossed. It's going to take us about 3 hours, and I'm really looking forward to it. We have arrived at the bottom of CATBELLS, and we've found this car park here. Kyle, what did you put in to get to this car park? So Kyle literally just typed in the All Trails app, that's what we're using, and it just brings you to the base of CATBELLS, and then you will see this sign where it says public footpath CATBELLS 1 mile, and then yeah, start the trail from here. I'm just gonna follow the path and use the app at the same time just to check that we're going the right way. But it turned out that the weather forecast was right, and we've got blue sky, so I think we're definitely gonna see a clear sunset tonight, and I'm really excited. Let's do it. Oh guys, we've literally we've been walking not even 5 minutes. Absolutely beautiful. This is Derwent Water. Because it's really windy, but we've just climbed the first little summit of CATBELLS. I did my first bit of scrambling, and now we're just admiring the view of Keswick in the distance there. All them houses you can see is the town of Keswick. very nearly at the summit now of CATBELLS. I just wanted to put my camera on quick. It's gone now, but twice this Spitfire has come through this valley and gone across the water down there. And you can really hear it echoing off the mountains. It's really distinct sound, and that was really cool to see. That because we love a good plane, especially a warplane. So we've got a bit of scrambling to do now, and then you might just be able to see it there. There's some fence railings, and then the summit is just behind. But I'm going to put my camera away so I don't kill myself. And the sun's setting just behind us. So worth it. To climb the CATBELLS, we're doing the circular route, the route we're now taking, so you might be misled from the top and continue on this path, but this takes you onto a different mountain. You want to bear left towards the lake, and we're going to take this path heading down, and then it's going to loop back on ourselves to the car. Oh, I forgot to say another reason why I chose this walk is because this circular route is no more than 4 miles long. Oh, there you go. Beautiful views of Derwent Water. Could you just imagine living here? What? That's someone's house. What? So I've bared left, and I'm now going to follow this path down. We have just travelled down this path and it's still going, so it's a really simple way down, and to be honest I think it would be a more moderate way to come up as well, because it's like a path laid out. So we're going to traverse all the way across there, and then I'm sure at some point it will come back down, and then we're aiming to be there. There's the road. So yeah, pretty straightforward way of coming down, and pretty simple way of coming up, because the way that we came up, I wouldn't want to go back down that because it was pretty sketchy going up. Can't get over how peaceful it is on this side of the mountain. Wait for the vlog. Okay, so we're getting there. We've just come down here. Come on, camera. We've just come down there, and we've walked along this path, and I'll just spin around, and now there we have Derwent Water on the right, and we're going to continue on this path, and then it looks like it starts to even out and it becomes a bit more a bit more flatter really. It looks like the path we're about to join is kind of just like a standard walking path, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then it goes up to you go up to the road, you can either follow it round follow the path around, so you go across besides Devonport, where you can follow the road.
Yeah.
We'll follow the path, so we can see Devonport.
Yeah, so it's just getting nice and even now and a bit more stable. So if you're a bit wobbly on your feet, this is definitely better. Here we go, let's have a look at these signs. So we've got a bridle path to the right, which leads to Grange. And then there we have it, the CATBELLS summit. And then we're following the path for the lake, 3/4 of a mile, and Howes End Jetty. Cool. This is much nicer to walk on because just coming down the side of the mountain then it's a bit treacherous, and the impact from constantly going down the steps is a bit hard, wearing on the knees. I was just saying to Kyle before that, you know, we could have stayed up there for a bit longer to catch the sunset and the glow, but this is both a mountain that we've never done before, so we wasn't sure what kind of path would lead us down or where it would bring us out to. So it's just really important when doing this kind of thing to make sure you leave yourself enough time to get back to the car, because especially if you're coming up at sunset, you want to make sure that your way back down is in the light so you can see where you're going, because if not, that's when it starts to get dangerous. But yeah, so we're on the other side of the mountain now to the sun, and we can see plenty, and it's very beautiful. So we might not be able to see the sunset in itself, but we can see the orange glows in the clouds and on the mountains there in the distance. I definitely recommend the CATBELLS circular walk, which you can find on the app All Trails. It's the most popular one, the one with the best reviews, and I can see why. Just catch up with these two. I've just ticked off another thing on my Lake District bucket list. A waterfall. I wanted to see one. It's more like a trickle, but it counts. The water's falling. So it goes all the way under this path and down there. We're just coming to the end of our walk now, and the sun has definitely set. Daylight is reducing, but we're nearly back at the car now, and it's quite clear what path to take. And here we are back on the road where we started our walk. We just climbed up here to start it, and we are parked just over the other side, just there. Oh, brilliant day, isn't it, with Malta? You've been fantastic. You've been such a little mountain climbing pro. Oh, excuse me being out of breath. We literally just power walked this last little bit. So our plans now, once we've got our stuff off and we're in the car, is we're going to head into Keswick to pick up our main component for tonight's tea, which will be either a pie or sausage, Cumberland sausage. I was hoping to make it to a butcher's, but I'm sure they'll sell them in there anyway, like if we find a supermarket. Oh, we are back at the lodge. We managed to find a cute like a co-op in Keswick, so I was able to find Cumberland sausages. So they are Gold Award winning Cumberland sausage. So I'm going to preheat the oven and put them in, and then I'm going to go and get in a nice hot shower. We're feeling absolutely brilliant after today. We would definitely recommend CATBELLS if you're a novice and a beginner to the Lake District. It was a very nice circular route. Time for a well-earned cup of tea.